Hello, Connor here, and welcome to the first edition of the Demon Slayer 101, or Deep Dive, where we're going to talk about anything from characters to battles to full arcs to really anything you guys recommend you want me to do or that I think that you guys will find interesting. Today we're going to talk about Kyojuro Rengoku, the Flame Hashira. Without further ado, let's get into it. Before we get into this video, for all you anime-only fans out there that are still waiting on your manga to come in, because I know you ordered it, I'm going to give you a spoiler alert, because we will be talking about manga-only topics today. Alright, so today let's start off with a little bit of background on our wide-eyed, bright-haired, gluttonous little topic, Kyojuro Rengoku. Kyojuro is descendant of House Rengoku, which is known for their long-lasting line of succession producing Flame Hashira. Flame Hashira utilized the flame style of breathing technique. This, along with water breathing, have been the only two styles to last all ages of the Demon Slayer Corps. To further this, flame along with water, thunder, stone, and wind are the basic types of breathing techniques that all other variations have been derived from. Having a long list of Flame Hashira coming from House Rengoku makes them vital to the Demon Slayer Corps. This is because they keep very well updated records of all the Flame Hashira and events that have happened throughout the decades. At a young age, our little Kyojuro was trained enthusiastically to be the next Flame Hashira by his father, while also acquiring some deep instilled senses of duty from his mother. At an early age, Kyojuro's mother became ill and had very little time left to live. This is when she instilled the belief and the sense of duty into Kyojuro that those who are born with natural strength must protect those who are weaker than them. She hammered it into Kyojuro that it is unforgivable for those who are born with strength to use it to empower themselves and to harm others. Eventually, Kyojuro's mom passed away. This sent his once enthusiastic dad into a drunken state of stupor and sadness. However, Kyojuro would not let this affect him. The sense of duty that his mom instilled so deeply into him burned with a flame so bright that it would not go out by his father's discouraging words and despair. This sense of duty would follow Kyojuro all the way to the Infinity Train arc. Once on the train, our protagonist Tanjiro and Rengoku get to officially meet for the first time. This is where we get a glimpse of Rengoku really using his duty in a sense of kindness and teaching to the younger fledgling demon slayers. He's more than helpful at answering any of the questions Tanjiro has, even going as far to ask Tanjiro to be his Sugoku and train under him. Shortly after the train leaves the station, all of our demon slayers have succumbed to the lower rank 1 Enmu's blood demon art, which is a blissful dream state that they get put into. In Rengoku's dream, we get to see a glimpse of what his father has become. The once enthusiastic former Hashira seemingly doesn't even care when his son comes to tell him that he's become the next Flame Hashira in the long line of Rengoku's family. His father basically tells him that it doesn't matter. The title of Hashira is worthless. There's nothing that they will accomplish anyway. This goes against everything that he taught him as a young child. Despite his father's harsh words, Kyojuro remains steadfast in his way, happy and cheerful as ever, even telling his brother Senjuro that he doesn't have to follow the line of the family if it's not best for him, to be true to himself and follow whichever line he deems best. We find the goal of Enmu's dreams is to destroy the spirit core of the Demon Slayers. Once these spirit cores are destroyed, it renders the Demon Slayers incapable of moving. Their subconscious is now severed from their main body. He tries to accomplish this goal by sending in humans via these ropes that are tied between the two of them with demon blood art powers coursing through them to enter the Demon Slayer's dreams and sneak through to destroy their spirit cores. Now, a normal Demon Slayer or a normal human wouldn't be able to tell anything from the humans in there because there's no malicious aura, no demon presence available through them. This is not the case for Rengoku. His fighting spirit is so strong that his subconscious recognizes the threat to his spirit core, and that if it's damaged, he will be rendered incapable of defending those who are weaker than him on the train. Rengoku, whose body should not be able to move at all while in this dream state, reacts in a split second, attacking the human that has invaded his dream and preventing them from damaging him any further. Tanjiro is actually our first demon slayer to realize this dream state and snap out of it. Once out of the dream, Tanjiro is running around trying to find the source of this demon. He goes on top of the train where he sees the lower rank 1 Enmu, and this is where stuff starts to get really interesting. Tanjiro realizes that Enmu has actually infused with the train, so his body and the train are one. There's no way for him to just cut off Enmu's head and be done with it. Enmu tells Tanjiro that his goal is to consume all 200 passengers of this train. These are demon slayers and humans alike. Tanjiro gets to the train and realizes that Nezuko, Zenitsu, and Inosuke are fighting the demons as well. This is when a huge shockwave happens and the entire train shakes and almost even comes off the tracks. After the shockwave, Rengoku appears in the train, and we realize that this shockwave was actually just from his attacks alone, shaking the train and causing this much damage. Rengoku states that he strategically placed his slashes along the demon in order to make the regeneration process slower and give them time to strategize and think of a plan of attack. This is when Rengoku says that he's going to take all 5 carts in the rear and protect every passenger himself. Nezuko and Zenitsu should protect the remaining 3 carts, while Tanjiro and Inosuke go and search for the head of the demon. This is crazy, because Tanjiro was worried about even being able to protect 2 carts alone. Rengoku didn't even hesitate in saying that he would take 5 himself. This makes me believe that he honestly probably could have done more than this, but maybe he wanted these younger demon slayers to get some real experience in fighting, because that's the only way that they can get better and handle situations like this on their own. Eventually, Tanjiro and Inosuke find Enu's head and sever it, not before Tanjiro sustains a potentially life-threatening stab to the torso, however. After Emu's head is severed, the train becomes derailed, sending all of them flying off the tracks. After this, Tanjiro is laying motionless on the ground, not able to control his breathing at all, and bleeding out. Rengoku, however, comes over to save the day, doing a little bit of an Itachi forehead touch moment, which I'm not gonna lie, gave me some jitters. And he teaches Tanjiro how to control his breathing and focus it into one area, stopping bleeding, causing hemostasis, and healing him in the process. As Enmu's dying, watching all this happen, we learn that in reality, the only reason Tanjiro and Inosuke so easily defeated him is because he was focusing so much on Rengoku in the rear 5 carts that he couldn't focus on the front. He kept getting cornered every place he went in the back while he was trying to consume all these humans. And in fact, he ended up not consuming a single of the 200 humans on board due to Rengoku's calculated strikes. The brotherly moment between Rengoku and Tanjiro does not last long, however, as there's a thunderous blast through the clouds, and the upper rank 3, Akaza, craters into the ground in front of them. Now this is where we get to see all that built up hype for Rengoku finally unfold. Before the fight officially starts, Akaza launches a swift attack trying to take Tanjiro out, so there is no interference whatsoever in this fight. Rengoku easily deflects this, saving Tanjiro because, his sense of duty burns so brightly to protect those weaker than him. After deflecting his blow at Tanjiro, Akaza tries to convince Rengoku to change allegiance and become a demon. Rengoku assures us that the values of those two are vastly different and that there's no way he would ever become a demon. Akaza realizes that he's not going to be able to convince Rengoku to change over to the demon side. He starts analyzing Rengoku's prowess. He sees that the aura and the fighting spirit of Rengoku is so well preserved that he's almost reached a state of perfection. Akaza brags that Rengoku will never actually reach that stage of perfection due to the fact that he's human. Old age and the lack of healing properties that humans have will always dampen them compared to a demon's potential for growth. Point, the battle is officially off to the races. Both Rengoku and Akaza are moving so fast, it's hard for Tanjiro to even follow their movements with his eyes. Rengoku realizes quickly that he's at a disadvantage fighting from afar, as Akaza can attack the air, but somehow the blows are directed directly at Rengoku. This is when Rengoku decides to close in and fight at close quarters. At the beginning, they seem to be evenly matched, or even Rengoku maybe having a slight upper hand. The duty that is deeply instilled in Rengoku might become partly his downfall in this battle. As Tanjiro tries to get up in an attempt to help Rengoku through this fight, Rengoku sees this and tells him not to move as his wounds may open and eventually lead to him bleeding out again. After this distraction caused by Tanjiro, Akaza and Rengoku clash, and the clash results in both of them sustaining some damage. Rengoku's eye is crushed, his ribs smashed, and lacerations all over his body, while Akaza has a deep katana slash across his torso. But he can regenerate instantly, almost instantly at least. Seeing all the wounds that Kyojuro has sustained, Akaza tries to convince him in a last-ditch effort to become a demon before the fight is over. However, Rengoku regains his stance, and the flame in his heart burns brighter than ever, seeing that there's no weakness whatsoever in Rengoku's stance, and accepts the fact that there is going to be one last final blow, and the winner will come out of this. Rengoku realizes that winning this fight isn't defeating Akaza, is protecting the younger demon slayers and not letting the buds be plucked before they can bloom. After this final clash has happened and the dust has cleared away, we see that Rengoku's chest has been pierced by Lord Akaza's fist. Akaza's arm has been severed and there's been a gash taken out of the side of his head. Lord Akaza has won this bout as he can regenerate, and Rengoku's chest now has a gaping hole in it. Akaza thinks that this fight is all but over. Little did he know that even with his gut pierced, his chest having a hole in it, Rengoku can still swing his katana, and with enough force to almost sever Akaza's head. Akaza nervously swings his fist trying to take off Rengoku's head, only to notice that his arm can't move because it's restrained by Rengoku's other hand. Rengoku's inner flame explodes with his sense of duty, trying to hold Lord Akaza in place while severing his head. Lord Akaza realizes that the sun is about to fall and can't get away, so he is freaking out, man. He's freaking out. Inosuke sees this opportunity, encouraged by Tanjiro, to go help by severing the other side of Akaza's head. Seeing this incoming threat, Akaza puts all of his strength into his feet, slamming the ground and launching his body backwards. This in result rips off both arms, the one inside of Rengoku and the one that Rengoku was holding onto with his other hand, while also breaking Rengoku's katana in half. Thinking that he has the victory here, Akaza starts running away, where Tanjiro gets PO'd, man. I've never seen Tanjiro this mad. He calls Akaza a coward, blah, 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 all these insults, saying Rengoku actually won. Rengoku was just trying to keep the fledglings and all the other humans alive. He knew that he probably wasn't going to beat Akaza himself while having to defend others as well. Fight is over and they all come back to Rengoku with his dying wish. They realize that he has a sense of success and happiness. These three demon slayers that otherwise would have died now have the opportunity to become stronger and eventually become Hashira themselves. At this point, when Zenitsu gets over, we realize that Rengoku actually used a series of breathing techniques to minimize the damage that everybody was going to sustain when the train blew off the tracks. This, combined with the fight of the lower rank one, Rengoku could have been a little drained in his fight with Akaza. Between potentially being drained and having to worry about protecting these other demon slayers, I think that dampened his effect against Akaza in this fight. If all these things weren't there and they weren't playing into his potential downfall, this fight could have had a different end story. Well, anyway, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like maybe. Also, post in the comments and let me know who your favorite Hashira is or your favorite breathing style. Maybe I'll do a video on that one next. Who knows? Stay tuned for more and have a good night.